Welcome back to the Data Significant YouTube channel. I am Jean-Joseph, a Microsoft Fabric expert focusing on data engineering, analytic, and agentic AI workflows. Today, we are tackling a problem every business stakeholder knows: waiting on IT for data cleaning, transformations, and report, only to watch deadlines slip because the team is overloaded. But here's the twist. What if you could bypass those technical bottlenecks entirely? In this video, I will show you how Vibe coding inside Microsoft Fabric, powered by Copilot, remove the frictions that slows down traditional IT work. You will see how to explore, clean, and analyze your data simply by describing what you want in natural language processing. Most people working with data face the same challenge. The questions are simple, but the data is messy and the tools are technical. So you want answers, not a crash course in Python, Spark, or schema design. And that technical frictions stop greater ideas before they even begin. Let's use the sales history with typo, that CSV file, as an example. Consider you are a business stakeholder, right? And the business hands you this file for analysis, but it's messy and you need to clean it before you can do anything useful. Your IT team isn't available and you don't write Python, Scala, or PySpark code. Suddenly, progress stops, not because the problem is hard, but because the tools are. This is where Vibe coding changes everything. Instead of writing code, you simply tell Copilot what you want. In our case, what we're telling Copilot to load the CSV files. And we share some of the information that Copilot has to be aware of, because Copilot is not a mind reader, right? So what we're doing, we tell Copilot to detect the schema automatically. We tell Copilot to treat all empty value for any colons as null. We tell Copilot, we inform Copilot that the file has header, and we also tell it to discover the data type wherever possible. So that's good. Moreover, we tell it to go and return the first 5 rows. And we give it kind of an example, but you don't need that example. So now you have this prompt. Consider you have this prompt. And you need to Vibe coding this prompt. What you have to do, if you download this notebook, okay, the only thing you have to do is to copy this. I add a comment, right? And right here, let me remind you to subscribe if you haven't, like and share, because this video took me, a minute to get it done. And the best way you can support us is to like, share, and subscribe. So what we have to do here is to copy that text. As soon as you select any cells within the notebook, notice you have something new here, and that's called, okay, ask help from Copilot. So if I click here, I can paste that prompt. When I paste that prompt, I can execute it. But if I execute it, it will replace this one. Instead, what I want to do instead is to create a new cells and then make sure this cells is active, paste it right here, and then provide the text again and say submit or generate response. As soon as I do this, I want you to notice how the natural language will turn into a code. I don't need to be an expert. So now, because we do not know how to code, we would like to keep it. So let's keep it. But if we do know how to code, we realize this code is not optimized. We can go and modify our prompt or undo it. So consider we like it, we say yes, we keep it. Now, our prompt turn into codes, and take a look. I can go and execute that. Once I execute it, if you recall, those are the entire information that I have shared with Copilot. Copilot was able to handle what Copilot was able to translate the prompt intent into code. This is what vibe coding is all about, right? So now we can see we're able to see that data. Consider team. Now, if we do not know code, we want to know exactly what each line of code are performing. We can go back here. We click forward slash, and we can say add comment. Take a look. As soon as we say add comment, it will go and add comment. If they were on error, we can go and ask Copilot to fix that error for us. We can ask Copilot to optimize it or explain it. In our case, consider we want to understand each line of code, because if we do not know how to code, it is ideal, for example, to understand the intent of each line of code, right? So now, as soon as I say submit, notice how Copilot will go and add comment. Let's say keep. So you can see it goes and explain each line of code. How cool is this? Perfect. That's what we want. Great. Once we can open and explore the file, the next steps is to run advanced data quality check that align with the business intent. So this is where you can begin auditing the data itself, right? That's the way it normally goes, right? And vibe coding doesn't stop at loading files. It can handle complex data quality checks that use to require advanced engineering logic. If we have to think of writing code that can detect typos, that's not easy. Inconsistencies, that's not easy. I've been in this field for over 22 years. Invalid format and anomalies can all be detected through clear natural language instructions. And as you can see, the length of the prompt is so big, right? It's so big. If you want to read the full prompt, feel free to pause the video. But the core idea is simple: exploratory analysis always come first, right? Because you need to understand the data before you can trust any insight. So what this prompt is doing is that it is generating a clean anomaly report that highlight issue that could impact decisions, giving you clarity before you move forward. So we want to understand the misspelling for the product name. We have to identify them. We also need for inconsistent region casting, invalid or inconsistent date format. Those are the informations we normally find. So now let's see if Copilot will be able to give us that. Those are the examples we provide Copilot, because examples will reinforce your vibe coding, because with that example, the intent will be able to identify. So therefore, it will be close to what you expect. Okay, so let's go and copy this one. So remember, if you download, let me copy it. If you download the notebook, remember, for example, to always create a new cells, okay, and then paste that. So now we paste it, we can generate the response. What we are seeing is that how Copilot get that code and turn it into a code. So let's wait for a couple more seconds. It should not take that long. That's the beauty of Copilot, right? Of Vibe coding as well. So now we can keep it. Okay, so those are the entire code that is written on our behalf. Therefore, we don't even need to know how to code, but we also need to know, okay, the algorithmic structure, because the more you understand how algorithmic drive the behavior of code executions, the more you will be able to optimize your prompt. Okay, so now I can execute this, and I want you to see if there's no issue, we can still ask Copilot to fix it as well. But if it execute as expected, you can see we have a report. The report gives us all information that we need. Take a look. And I want you to see, it says product name, suspected misspelling, right? It's given to you. And it's telling you, for example, this is the closest match. So if we're looking at here, is that there is a possible mistake. Take a look. There is a mistake right here, okay? And the one that could be the possible answer is this one. Okay, so if you recall, we tell it to, for example, look for invalid region casting, and those are the things I would highly suggest you to go and take a look. We have a report, so that report we can share that, right? So for product, for sales ID1, we have some type of issue. If we go back up, so we have sales ID1, we have that. Technically speaking, we have this guy which is a typo. So there's a misspelling here. We have to fix that, okay? And then this one is capital. So meaning, do we need it all uppercase or do we need it lowercase? So if we're looking at here, you can see that this is for sales ID. It said it should be, this is the way it should be, but this is how we found it. Okay, so if we're looking at here, we don't even need to know how to code, but we also need to understand how to construct our prompt. And the best way to understand how to construct our prompt is understand algorithmic. You understand? If you do not understand algorithmic, it's going to be hard for you to optimize that prompt, even though if you speak English fluently. Okay, perfect. So now we have that report, right? We have that report. So after identifying issues, the next step is cleaning and standardizing the data set, right? So that's going to be the next steps. So if we go back right here, let's close this. If we go back right here, you will notice this prompt is doing exactly what we want. So therefore, this prompt apply consistent rules to fix the product name, the regions, the dates, numeric fields, the sales ID integrity, and any remaining anomalies. Then it will also save that into what we call a table, okay? Because we ask to save it inside of a table, right? And if we go back here, let me put my glasses. Okay, I do not want to increase the zoom. So if we're looking at here, we ask to save it into this table. So I have tried this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete this table. Okay, this is the table. Let's delete it. Okay, remember this is deleted. Okay, perfect. And now what I'm going to do is copy this prompt. Let's copy this prompt. Let's clean that data. So we will add a new cells and we come here. We paste, and guess what happened? We say execute. What it's going to do, get the magic done and turn that one into a code and provide that code, then us, we will execute it. That's how easy vibe coding make IT work now. Okay, so now let's keep this one. If we're looking at here, what we need at the end is saving this. And truly enough, let's see. Okay, we have this one here. That's amazing. And we have a summary. So now let's execute this. Hopefully everything worked as expected. Okay. So this is the executions that is going on. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. And if there is any specific topic you would like me to cover when it comes to Valve coding, let me know that. So the data is stored. So now if we go back here and we refresh this, you should see we have this table. How clean is this? We read that file, we explore that file, we perform EDA to identify all kind of misspelling, null value, inconsistent format, date format, numbers, okay? And then we fix that information, then we store it. If we're looking at here, the sales ID one, there is absolutely no typo. And then the regions is changed. Take a look. That's the regions. Notice how everything fixed. Let's go back to the report. So if we're looking at the report, it says this is the laptop. So you can see there's a typo. This is what should be the correct value. And if we go back here, we will see it is the same. So take a look. So we have this information, okay, which is a misspelling, and East region was all capital. So now from our table, it is different. Okay, from our table, so take a look, we fix it. We change the region format, the date format, and how cool is this? We don't even know, we don't even write the code. That's the beauty of Valve coding. Again, I'm going to repeat myself. You do need to understand what your expectations are for you to have a well-optimized prompt, okay? So now with a clean data set, team, we can finally analyze the data set, right? So because after the data is clean, the next process would be to visualize that data, right? So what this prompt is doing, this prompt load the clean table using PySpark, okay, because this is what we tell it, okay, and generate clear bar and line chart using what we call matplotlib, right? So we should, if we're looking at here, this is what we are telling. Okay, this is the name of the data frame. So now you can pause the video to read the entire prompt. Okay, if I copy this one and I open a new cells and then have Copilot to go and execute this, what you will notice is that you will see that Copilot will be able to generate a bar chart. And within that bar chart, we can go and analyze that data. So let's execute this. So now we just execute this. And what I want you to understand, we will see a chart. And if it's failed, we can still rely on Copilot to execute it for us. Okay, so perfect. Okay. It seems like it's still working because we are not seeing. Oh, the visual could be there. Let's wait. Not sure. Oh, it's still working. Am I correct? So let's wait for a couple of seconds. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure why it was taking that long. You can see it's normally very fast. You know, when we recording, things can go unexpected. So we can see the same type of analysis. We ask Copilot, right? We ask Copilot to do search calculations. This is sales quantity by product name, and then this is sales trend over time. Those are, for example, the information we are getting. This is the total quantity sold by product. This is the sales trend over time, which is the total revenue. You can see now we can go and analyze that data. And sometimes we might need what we call an animated way to visualize the trend of the data. And one thing I would like to bring to your attention, there are countless way to explore the clean data set, right? So the second point is one of them as well, right? So what do I mean by that? This is an animated region by region view of product quantity and revenue that brings the data set to life and shows how flexible your analysis become once the foundations is solid. So what we're doing here, we want, for example, to create an animated visualization using Python, and we're giving the entire information. I do not want that video to be very, very long. What I would suggest you to do is, for example, pause that video, okay, and then read the prompt, or once you download the notebook, go over it, read it, and let me know how much you enjoy the demo and how much you will learn from this prompt. So now if we're looking at here, basically speaking, it will go and create an animated chart. And from there, we can play and see in real time, right, how the sales market goes across different months. Take a look. So it is executing. Again, if you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to subscribe. And if you like that demo, please comment and share it. So that's one of the ways you can support us. Take a look here. If you're looking at here, we performing total quantity sold by product equals region. If we want, we can play it. Take a look. We can play it. We can clearly see that the impact. And same thing apply for the total revenue by product equals region. I can go and play it and see how things keep on moving across my organizations, okay? So to summarize, this video shows how vibe coding in Microsoft Fabric lets you bypass IT bottleneck by loading, auditing, cleaning, and visualizing messy data using simple natural language processing, right? So if you like that video, please let me know. And if there are any specific topic you would like me to cover, also please let me know. Okay, thank you, and stay tuned for my next upcoming video. And I have another vibe coding where I will mainly focus on the agent. You can see here we execute the code. We can rely on the agent as well to execute. So what I would suggest you to do, subscribe. So therefore, once I upload this, you will be aware, and you can keep learning together. Take care. Bye bye.